What's up guys, welcome to Chasing Projects. Today we're talking about how to process your own fish. This is my setup here in the kitchen. Big cutting board, 2 knives, nice little trash bag. Glove up, keep your hands clean, they don't like to be smelly. I use 2 knives, a traditional fillet knife, and then I have more of a Japanese style firm knife for cutting sushi. I like to use the fillet knife for cutting around the ribs and whatnot, and the bigger knife, or the Japanese style sushi knife, for more staking out fillets. Once I am done cutting all of my meat, I like to put it on a plate and wrap it in saran wrap. Don't have to go crazy, but what we're going to do is after it's wrapped up, we're going to put it in the fridge for 24 hours. My meat is already cold since I've been cutting it. It's been on ice for 24 hours. But what we're going to do here is try and get some of those extra juices out of those fillets, and it's going to pile up in the bottom of this plate. Now, some people like to bag immediately. I would highly encourage you to try this process and do it a little bit differently than what you have in the past, but this has worked really, really well for me. Again, just wrapping this thing up in some cellophane. Don't put it in open air. It will burn your meat if you leave it in the fridge. So wrap it up and pull it out 24 hours later. Now, you see I made a big mistake here. I didn't put down some paper towels, and you can already tell how juicy these piles are of meat. You'll see how much fluid is already on these plates. Now, you don't need to use a grate or anything like that. A grate's really going to damage the bottom of your meat just with the weight sitting on it. So stick to using a plate. I guess kind of a deeper dish style plate will help you a little bit better, but you can tell those juices are flowing. Definitely want to put an extra paper towel down so you don't fill up your fridge full of juices. Right after that, next I am cleaning these things up. I'm going to lay out some paper towels, and you know, although you can see how shiny these are, there still is oil coming out of the meat. So I'm going to use tongs whenever I'm wrapping this thing up, and I have been using this meat vacuum sealer for a while. I really like it. It's got the roll storage inside. It makes it really easy to pull a piece out, trim it. It's got a built-in trimmer. You can seal it. It's all in one piece, which makes it really easy. I've tried some of the other ones, like the Food Saver ones. They're separate, but having the roll inside the machine definitely saves some steps. And again, I'm using tongs here for a couple of reasons. One, I want to keep my hands clean, and 2, I don't want to get juices all over my bag. So I'm just going to dampen this thing down with a paper towel, make sure I get that excess juice off, and then I'm going to slither this thing in to my bag here. You don't have to go crazy on like super thick bags. Remember, you're trying to pull a vacuum on this thing, and you want that bag to wrap around the meat itself. So if you have a really thick plastic bag, you have a couple of little air gaps. So usually like 4 mil is more than enough. You can go 6 mil. I forget what these ones are, but again, you don't have to go super crazy on expensive bags. So I got them in portion sizes. Usually I try and put 2 nice fillets in there, lay this thing in here, and the first step that you saw there is I was just sealing the bottom of the bag, close it, and then hit vacuum, and then it's going to seal, and away we go. Now, there is some really fancy versions of vacuum sealers out there. There's some chamber sealers that can like do liquids in bags. Really don't need that. It takes a little bit longer to do, but when we start doing a whole lot of volume of fish after a long weekend, this is the setup that I'm really looking for. You can kind of work some of those air bubbles out too as this thing's sucking. Once it's done, it beeps, and I'm ready for the next one. But if you want to check out this vacuum sealer, there's a link here in the comments. This is again the one I've been using for a while. I was hoping to put up this video earlier, but I wanted to give it a good test out thoroughly before I give it my recommendation. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoy, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.